If you've registered with SAMRO as a composer or music creator in South Africa, the next big question is, how do you actually get paid? In this video, I'm breaking down how SAMRO royalties work, what you get paid for, how the money flows, and how to make sure you're not leaving income behind. When I first started with sync licensing and had my music placed on TV shows, I knew I was getting paid for the placement, but I didn't realize there was a whole second stream of income I was missing, the performance royalty. That's what SAMRO handles. SAMRO collects license fees from businesses that use music publicly, TV broadcasters, radio stations, live venues, and even retail stores, and then distributes that money to music creators based on usage. That includes composers, authors, and publishers. But here's the key. It's not just one lump sum. SAMRO pays royalties based on categories. Understanding those categories is how you know where your money is coming from and where it might be getting stuck. Here are the main categories SAMRO uses when it comes to royalty distributions. Got radio in general, which includes everything from commercial radio stations to community broadcasts and public service stations. Then we've got live, which is anytime your music is performed live, whether it's you performing or someone else playing your track at a show, this falls under the live category. Then we have television. This one is big if you're doing sync licensing like I am. This is music used in TV shows, telenovelas, and all that type of thing. That's where it all gets tracked. Even short placements like background music in a docuseries or reality television counts. Then we've got foreign royalties. So if your music is used outside of South Africa and the Foreign Collecting Society has an agreement with SAMRO, which most do, they'll send those royalties back to SAMRO and SAMRO will pay you. So you don't have to register with other performance rights organizations like BMI, ASCAP, PRS, or GEMA. Then we've got mobile and internet transmission, which is MIT. Think ringtone previews, downloaded ringtones, music shared over streaming services, and even previews on mobile platforms. This category has grown a lot in the recent years. Okay. Then we've got film. This one is self-explanatory. So if your music is used in a film, then you're entitled to earn royalties. Next is the unnotified or undocumented works, and this is as applicable. This is a catch-all for works that have been used but haven't been properly logged by a SAMRO member. So if you don't submit your notification of works forms or if there was a documenting error, your royalties could end up here, meaning they're either delayed or have the potential to be lost. In my opinion, this shouldn't happen nearly as much as it does, but when the whole ecosystem has so many moving parts, many of which are controlled and monitored manually, these mistakes are bound to happen. In an ideal world in the future, more of the monitoring process will be done electronically, leaving less room for error. When I started seeing my royalties break down across these categories, I realized that one song can generate income across multiple channels. A track placed in a TV drama could generate television royalties, get picked up on a radio promo and earn again under another category, and even land a foreign usage if it shows up in another show months later. But here's the tricky part. SAMRO distributions aren't monthly. So when people complain that they haven't received their money or that they've only received a few cents from a distribution, it's not because SAMRO was being stingy. If that creator had looked into which distribution it was, they may have noticed that it wasn't one of their prominent earning streams. For example, I earn most of my money through television and foreign royalties because of sync licensing. So I don't expect much when it comes time for radio in general payments. So they're usually paid out multiple times a year depending on the category. Some distributions are done fewer or more times than others, and it would be a good idea to download the distribution schedule located on the SAMRO website to know when to expect payments. This means if you had a placement in January, you might not see that royalty until the following year, 12 to 18 months later. I've had placements show up long after I forgot I even submitted that track to the publisher. For my CNN placement, I started seeing the music play in 2019, but received my first payment in 2024. That may be seen as an extremely long time, but between the pandemic and the communication between SAMRO and the other foreign organizations, it sort of makes sense. So to make sure you're not missing out, always submit your notification of works forms. Keep your member info and bank details updated. Track where your music is being used, especially if it was part of a commercial or a campaign. Follow up if a major placement doesn't show up after a full cycle. Sometimes broadcasters are late with reporting. Also, if you're signed to a sync library, check whether they're handling the SAMRO submissions for you. Some do, some don't. In my case, I still track my own works just to make sure nothing slips through. This is where having a system helps. So I've got a spreadsheet where I log each placement, the month it aired, and which categories it might fall under. That way, I know what to expect and I can cross-check when distributions do land. In the next video, I'll walk you through how to actually check your royalties, how to read a SAMRO statement, where to find your earnings breakdown, and what to do if something seems to be a bit off. But for now, the main takeaway is that your music might already be earning royalties in the background. The only question is, are you collecting what you're owed? If this gave you more clarity on how SAMRO payments work, drop a comment below. If you've seen your name on a royalty statement and had no idea where it came from, you are not alone. It's happened to me too. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I'll show you how to track, follow, and make sense of every royalty payment you get.